Hi, this is Paul from SecureStack. I'm really proud to announce that SecureStack is now generally available in all AWS regions, including the US Gov Cloud. SecureStack is a platform security as a service. And what that really means is that you can secure all your AWS cloud resources in just a few minutes with SecureStack. SecureStack has three main pieces to it. One, we build hardened Linux operating systems that meet CIS and PCI compliance specifications. You can use our hardened Linux to build all of your AWS EC2 instances. Your databases, web servers, application servers, caching and proxy servers, anything that uses Linux, it all can use SecureStack-based hardened operating systems. Especially anything that needs to be public-facing. You want to make sure that anything that is public-facing is using a secure foundation like SecureStack Base. The second part is our platform server, SIEM, and central logging solution. We call it SecureStack Platform Server. All your instances that are built with SecureStack Base will talk to your SecureStack Platform Server, sending all of their data and metrics to it in real time. SecureStack will alert you to any issues or security events in your AWS infrastructure. Finally, SecureStack includes an integration layer. Security tools are baked right into the platform, and the integration layer handles the communication and configuration that makes it all work together. If you add software to a SecureStack base instance like Apache, Tomcat, VPN, OpenVPN, what have you, SecureStack sees the new services automatically. Logs are automatically captured and sent to the SIEM server, and the services themselves are hardened and protected on the fly. Today we're going to install SecureStack Platform Server. This is a system that will manage all of your AWS SecureStack base instances. You can find our products online at our website, securestack.com.au or securestack.co. You can also find them by searching Google for AWS Marketplace and SecureStack. Today we're going to install the SecureStack server, platform server, that will be the heart of your SecureStack platform. This is the server that manages and provisions and collects the data from your SecureStack base images with which you build all of your AWS infrastructure. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to be logged into the AWS console. And before you begin, there's just a few things that you need to be aware of. The first is the AWS subnet that you'll be using for all of your AWS instances, the SecureStack instances in AWS. Those instances are going to exist within a network subnet, and you want to have that. You want to know what that is ahead of time before you build your server instance. It's often 172.31.0.0/16 for the main subnet attached to your VPC, but verify what it is, and then during the installation, the configuration will ask you for local net, and that's that network. So it's the network within AWS that you'll be building the SecureStack server and instances in. The second thing you're going to need is a security group that allows SSH and HTTP to the instance, the server instance itself. You'll be able to SSH to it, and the web UI that SecureStack has, you'll need access to that too as well. And lastly, you'll need a list of the IPs that are allowed to connect to this SecureStack server instance. These are referred to as your whitelist during the configuration. So this could be, depending on your scenario, this could be your subnet at work. This could be a subnet that is broadcast to you via VPN. It could be your home public IP address. If you're at home just testing SecureStack, you can use your temporary public IP. Regardless of what it is, that's going to be your whitelist. Okay. So for the purposes of my demo today, we're going to use 172.31.0.0/16. That'll be my local net. And my whitelist will comprise a IP address 10.49.137.238 and my work subnet 192.168.172.0. So in AWS, you are going to want to make a security group that reflects that access, and I've called it SecureStack HTTP and SSH. The VPC is known as well, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and click on Instances. Let's click Launch Instance. And we're going to go to the AWS Marketplace here on the left. In the search window right here, let's go ahead and type SecureStack. Hit Enter. And here we go, SecureStack Server. Go ahead and click Select on the right side here. This is the description of the SecureStack Server instance type. It explains the pricing, gives you a little bit of information about it, as well as defining the type of hypervisor and some other technical stuff. We'll go ahead and just click Continue here. All right, so by default, SecureStack selects the M4.large instance type. You can make it anything you want to, as long as it's a large instance type or bigger. You can actually use a T2 medium, so I lied. So mediums are bigger, but our preference is larges. I would say the M4 large is probably the smallest production instance type you want to use, and that's basically because of Elasticsearch and Elasticstack. SecureStack is built on the Elasticstack, and Logstash, Elasticsearch, and Kibana usually require about 4 gigs of memory just for those 3 pieces. So anyhow, let's go ahead and move along. Let's click Configure Instance Details. You can select the defaults here for the purposes of the demo, but in a production environment, you want to make sure that you have enabled termination protection, which basically says you can't just accidentally terminate it. You have to go and enable the ability to terminate it before you can do so. And also CloudWatch detailed monitoring. Let's go ahead and click Add Storage. You can just select the defaults here. A standard 20 gig file system is created for the logs that will be captured on the SecureStack server. That's usually enough for most instances. However, if you're in a large production environment, you want to increase that to something like 80 or 100 gigs. Go ahead and click Next Tags, Add Tag, sorry. Let's add a tag. Let's call it Name. Let's call this SecureStack-Server01 for the SecureStack that allows HTTP and SSH. You can see here that the allowed whitelist IPs 10.49.137.238 and 192.168.172/24. Let's go ahead and click Review and Launch. And you just go over the details here, click Launch. It's going to ask you to select an existing or create a SSH key pair. I've already created one here. Kryptonite. Launch instance. Wait for it to spin it up here. Alright, cool. Your instances are now launching. Scroll down to the bottom and click View Instances. I'll give it a second here. Okay, that should be up and running now. Down here in the lower right-hand corner, public DNS, let's go ahead and click this little copy to clipboard icon. And then let's open up a terminal shell. Let's go ahead and SSH to SecureStack at that DNS entry. Boom. Yes, I want to connect. Just going to talk to Kryptonite here. Just going to say yes, allow. Alright. Okay, successfully logged in. Thanks, two-factor. Okay, the first thing we want to do before we start configuring the instance is we want to run the update. So we can do that from the scripts directory. Let me show you where we are. So I'm logged into SecureStack. The home directory is ops/SecureStack. Who am I? I'm SecureStack. And just go ahead and run the SecureStack script, and we'll type update. This is going to do a bunch of stuff in the background. It's probably going to take about 90 seconds. It's going to update the OS. It's also going to pull the latest set of scripts and configuration for SecureStack. There are 39 packages that need to be updated, so this will probably take more like a couple minutes. Let's go ahead and get it going. It's a good idea to always do this for new instances. We publish SecureStack instances at least, or sorry, AMIs at least quarterly. That's our plan, is to publish quarterly. So especially as we're approaching a new release, there'll be a fair few updates you want to run. And clearly those make your machine more secure. So the first thing we suggest you do is go ahead and run this update. It's going to update the OS first. And then, when it's done, it's going to pull the latest version of Ansible, as well as the configuration scripts from SecureStack. While it's doing this, the latest version of SecureStack actually has several updates, including provisioning now to AWS. So I'll be putting together another video explaining how to do that. I'm actually really excited about that functionality. Okay, we're all good here. Let's go ahead and run it again. You basically want to run the updater as many times as it takes to get the message that your operating system is up to date. Usually that takes 2 runs. So running it here the second time, it's actually pulling the latest version of Ansible, like I said. And then we'll check for any additional OS updates. And look at that, your operating system is up to date. All right, so we're good to go. Next thing we want to do is we actually want to run the SecureStack script again, and we're going to configure the machine. So SecureStack configure. When you run the configuration, the first thing it's going to ask you for is to include all the networks that will be managed by this particular instance of SecureStack. And what that means is the local net that we talked about earlier. So let me flip back over here to my PowerPoint. That local network for me is 172.31.0.0/16. So we're going to go ahead and enter that, 172.31.0.0/16. If you have any additional networks, you can space or comma delimitate and add the additional ones. Oops. Enter. It comes next to the whitelist section. It basically asks you here to make sure that you want to continue, because if you enter the wrong information while you're setting up the whitelist, you're essentially going to lock yourself out of the instance, right? We're going to allow, part of this configuration here with the whitelist is what machines can SSH to this SecureStack server. So obviously if you don't give it the correct information, you're going to get locked out. So go ahead and hit enter. And my whitelist IPs are my home network. So let's go ahead and grab that. Oops, wrong thing on my clipboard. Let's try again. All right. The last thing it does is ask you if you want to enable some security applications on the SecureStack server instance. By default, Clam AV is usually turned off. You can enable it if you want to. I'm going to say no. Do you want to enable Linux malware detect? I'm going to say no. Do you want to enable fail demand? Yes, I do actually. And finally, do you want to create a new user for this web UI? Yes, I do. So I'm going to call it Paul M. And my new password. Boom, and we're good to go. Last thing we have to do is we have to start the instance. And we do that by running the SecureStack script one more time, and we say start. Boom. All right. At the end of the start function, it's actually going to echo you the internal IP address you can connect to the box. So if you are coming in from a VPN or a jump host that has access to the private IP space, you can use the private IP. More commonly, especially in a demo situation like this, you can use the public IP. Boom. And shoot over here. Open up a new window, my browser, drop that bad boy in, and we'll get a login prompt to log into the SecureStack server web UI. So that user is Paul M. I think I remember my password. Nice. All right, so it's going to drop you into Kibana here. Go ahead and on the left side, click Waza. And that will drop you into the default dashboard for SecureStack. And normally you're not going to see any results here. And that's because we have to go up here in the upper right-hand corner, click the little gear settings symbol, and then find the check connection icon, and click that. We'll say settings connection success, click OK. And if you go back over to overview again, boom. SecureStack is up and running. It's collecting data, real security and alert information about your new instance, this new server instance. And obviously, it's only talking to the server instance because we haven't added any SecureStack base images to it, instances to it yet. But we are collecting real data right now, right out of the box. Thanks so much for watching these, guys. If you want to find our products, you can search for us in Google, AWS Marketplace SecureStack. You can go to the website, securestack.com.au in Australia, or securestack.co, the rest of the world. You can click on the subscribe at the website, and you can buy our products directly from here as well. Click on buy, that'll take you to the AWS Marketplace. Let's go back here real quick. If you have any questions, feel free to email us, info@securestack.com.au. You can also chat with us right from the website using our handy chat, built-in chat widget. I really had a good time showing you this. I'm super excited and proud to have SecureStack in the AWS Marketplace. Feel free to give us any questions. I look forward to hearing your feedback. Thanks so much. Cheers. I almost forgot. You can take advantage of our 14-day free trial right now on all SecureStack products in the AWS Marketplace. Thanks again.